Good afternoon, dear students, parents, teachers, and members of the CBM community. Today, we would like to welcome you to the Prefect Debate 2025, a key moment in our democratic journey as a school. We gather here not only to listen to our candidates, but also to celebrate student leadership, civic responsibility, and the values that guide us at CBM. The prefect role is an opportunity to represent the voice of the student body, to lead with integrity, and to work alongside school leadership in shaping the daily life of our community. Each candidate here has prepared ideas, proposals, and reflections to share. This debate is not only about winning or losing an argument. It is about dialogue, respect, and vision. I would like to invite everyone watching, whether here in school or joining us live, to listen carefully, think critically, and reflect on which candidate best embodies the values of leadership, service, and commitment to others. Let us now begin the debate with enthusiasm and fairness, giving each candidate the chance to present their vision for the future of our school. Welcome, Emanuela. Welcome, Isabella. Would you like to greet the audience and say hello to everybody?
Hello, everyone watching, teachers, students, parents. My name is Isabella Naya. I'm in 11th grade, and I'm a candidate for prefect. So I hope you listen to my ideas and you take a decision. Thank you.
Hello everyone. As you may know, my name is Emanuela Pineda. I am 17 years old and I am here a candidate as prefect. So I hope you'll listen to me and I will make it happen.
Well, fantastic. Welcome once again, and let's get into it. Now, in this first part of our debate, both candidates will have the same questions. Some of the questions will give the candidates the opportunity to reply to their opponent's ideas, and I will let you know when. Let's start with the first question, that is for Isabella. Isabella, what is one strength of your opponent, a strength that she has demonstrated during this campaign, and what have you learned from it?
Well, I think that Emma is very resilient, meaning that through difficulties, she always goes through them and always finds a way to improve things and to make things happen. And I have learned that with will, everything is possible.
Thank you very much. Same question for Emanuela. Would you like for me to read it again? Okay. What is one strength your opponent have demonstrated during this campaign, and what have you learned from it?
I think that Isa is an honest person, so everything she says is true. So I think that this campaign is really honest without boast. So I learned that about her.
All right. Thank you very much for sharing that. Now it's your turn, Emma. This next question is for you. You're gonna be the first one getting it. What is one proposal from your opponent that you admire, and how would you ensure it becomes a reality if you are elected as a prefect?
I like the CBM Cup because that is one of my proposals too. So I like that both things for the school. So I think that we work together so this can happen.
All right, wonderful. Same question for you, Isabella. Would you like for me to read it again?
It's okay.
That's all right.
From Emma, a proposal I really, really liked was the trip to the Pueblito Cordobés. I think it was a very good idea, and despite the results, I will help Emma or vice versa, and we will make it happen because I think it's a very interesting idea and it will be really fun for the students.
All right, all right, all right. Fantastic. Now, the next question, for the next question, each candidate will have the opportunity to reply to the other candidate. You're going to start, Isabella. Why do you believe you are the best candidate for prefect? And in what ways do you stand out from your opponent?
Well, I think I'm suited for the prefect position because of my responsibility and my commitment. Everything that I have promised you is something that I will make happen, is something that is possible, things that are already approved. So I think that my main strengths are responsibility and commitment. And I also think I stand out because of my honesty. I think that everything I have told you is something that's possible.
All right, Emanuela, would you like to say something about what Isabella just shared? What do you think about her response?
I think that Isa is a great person, and she is, as I say, she's an honest. So if she says she's going to do something, I believe her.
All right. Now, your turn to answer the question. Let me read it again for you. Why do you believe you are the best candidate for prefect? And in what ways do you stand out from your opponent?
I am a determined person, so all the things I bring here to you and all my proposals, I want to say to you that I will make it happen. So, and I know that Isa is a great person, so we can both work together for that.
All right, fantastic. Thank you very much. The next question, who's starting? Who wants to start with the answer in the next question? Who wants to do it? All right, Isabella. All right, Isabella, if you and your opponent, Emma, were to work together as a team, what common goal would you prioritize and how would you collaborate to achieve it?
Well, as Emma already said it, we have a common proposal, which is the CBM Cup. So we would prioritize making it true because we both want to make it real. So I think that despite the results, we would both work together to make the school more visible in the sports area and to do the CBM Cup possible.
All right, all right. Emma, your turn. Would you like for me to read the question again? Okay, so go ahead.
I think that Isa and me, we can work together for the school be better. We can listen to the students because I want to be the voice for all of you, the students. So I think that, as Isa says, our proposals, we can make it together.
Well, wonderful. You've been very nice to each other, and that's great. But it is now time to identify something that you don't like from the other candidate. This next question will also give you the opportunity to reply to the candidate's answer. So listen carefully. This question, for this question, we will start with Emma. Emanuela, what is one challenge or limitation that you see on your opponent's proposals, and how would you address it differently?
Okay, so I think that Isa have like so many pillars. In my case, I only have 3. Isa, I think that she have 5. So I think that if we make the pillars like more contrast, like more small, we can make it better so we don't have many proposals like around.
All right. What do you think about that, Isabella?
Well, I know that I have many areas in my proposals, but every idea is well thought and every idea is possible to make to yeah, is possible to make happen.
Okay, okay. Isabella, it's your turn to reply to the question. Would you like for me to read it?
Yes.
All right. What is one challenge or limitation you see in your opponent's proposals, and how would you address it differently?
Well, honestly, I liked all of Emma's proposals, and well, I think that some proposals that go beyond the schools, the school place, maybe like the proposals that are about going out of the school, there would be some challenge to arrange the students, arrange the transportation, but for example, like the trip to the pueblito, I think it's a very good idea, but I still think it would be a little complicated to arrange all the students. So yeah, that.
Emanuela, what do you have to say about that?
If I think about these proposals and if I bring it here, it's because I know how to make it happen, and I know that this idea is great for all the students, so we can have fun, but we can learn about our department.
All right, fantastic. Thank you very much. Now, for next question, we will start with Isabella. If Emanuela were elected instead of you, what advice would you give her to ensure success as a prefect?
Well, the advice I would give her is to always listen to the students, to work together with them and with the teachers, and always make sure that their voices are heard.
Fantastic. Emma, would you have any advice for Isabella if she gets elected and not you?
I will say the same because I think that if we are a prefect, we have to listen our students, and this is like the most important part to work with them.
All right, all right. Now, for the next section, we are going to have this dynamic. I have some questions here that have been prepared for both students and teachers, and each candidate is going to pick one question and ask the question to the other candidate. So, since Isabella already started with the debate or answering the questions, this time we will start with Emma. You're going to pick a question, you're going to ask the question to Isabella, and then you have the opportunity to reply if you would like to. All right? Ready? Ready? Fantastic.
Isa, how do you see the role of prefect in supporting CBM's IB values and learner profile attributes?
Well, first of all, a prefect must demonstrate and act following these IB values. So the prefect would be an example of these IB values, so the other students see it as an example and always try to follow this guide.
All right, now Isa, you pick one question and ask it to Emanuela.
Emma, a prefect is expected to lead by example. What does that phrase mean to you in practical, everyday terms?
I think that if I went like a prefect, we have to work all the days, and we have to be an example, like being like with the IB values or skills. So like being caring with all the students. Isa, Sometimes rules may seem unfair to students. As prefect, how will you balance respecting school rules with listens to students' concerns?
Well, rules are meant to be followed. So if there's a rule in school, it's because it's keeping us from something bad that happens when we don't follow this rule. So I would balance trying to follow the rules and trying to listen to the students by maybe finding a middle ground between this rule and the students' opinions to try and find a way in which they will follow the rule, but without it being so demanding for them.
All right, is it your turn?
How would you encourage students from different grades to collaborate and feel united as one school community?
I think that all the proposals, like sports, these can we can know other students for other grades. So like the CBM Cup or the tournament, that will be a great idea. Suppose you notice that students are not participating in community service activities. How will you inspire them to get involved?
Well, in community service, we have to feel the need to help people. We need to feel inspired by others. So I would try and talk to those people who are not feeling so inspired by doing this service and try to persuade them by, well, showing them all of the kindness and all of the help that they would be doing for others, the positive aspects of doing this community service.
Would you like to say something? Yeah.
If you were given the opportunity to propose one initiative for student well-being, what would it be and why?
I think that the book club, the Back to the Book, is a great idea. So we can be together and we can read more, but read because we like, not because something is telling you that you have to. Conflict is inevitable. If a student came to you with a complaint against a teacher, how will you respond responsibly while showing respect for both sides?
Communication is the base of everything. So the first action I would take is to listen to both sides of the story and then try to get them together to talk about things in a calm way, in a peaceful way, so that also they both listen to each other and try to find why the conflict was originated in one place. So then we would have to talk, all of us, and first to make sure that all of them feel listened to, and we would try to find a solution for this conflict through communication.
Your turn.
Leadership often requires making unpopular decisions. Can you share a situation where you might need to make a decision your friends or classmates don't like, and how would you handle it?
I think that one situation maybe would be if it's a conflict into like two students or teacher and a student, and the student is not right. So I think that we always have to think so much and know what is the correct like way.
All right, you're set.
What legacy would you want to leave behind?
Well, I have always thought of how I would want the people at school to remember me. And to be honest, I would want people at school to remember me as a person who always like made possible everything that she said, someone that was always honest about everything that they said, someone who they could trust, and someone who did good things for the school, someone who leads by example, someone who is always trying to make the name of the school to be in a high place. What does student voice mean to you? And how would you ensure that every student feels represented, not just the most outspoken ones?
I think that this is an important part of being a prefect. We have to listen to students, we have to talk to them, like going to them and know what they want, why they are feeling not good, so we can go and see if we can resolve the conflict that is in. Imagine two students in your class are excluding a peer because of their background. As prefect, what will you do to foster inclusion without embracing anyone?
Well, I would talk first of all to the student who is being excluded to try and make him feel comfortable with me. Then I would speak with the two students that are excluding him to try and find a reason why this is happening. And I will talk to the school counselor to try and help them improve this behavior and make sure that the student no longer feels excluded.
Last question.
In international schools, diversity is both a strength and a challenge. How would you use your role as a prefect to promote intercultural understanding?
I think that this is so important because as an IB, we have to be an open-minded, so we have to know other cultures, and it's not only here in Colombia. So one of my proposals that is the IB Day, where every classroom is going to be one country. I think that this can work to know other cultures.
All right. Well, and now you will have the opportunity to address all of the students and parents and teachers who are watching us in this live transmission. You'll have the opportunity to give a final message to whether encourage the students or invite them to vote. What would you like to tell the audience? Your final thoughts, your final words. Let's start with Isabella.
First of all, thanks everyone for watching. I hope these questions answered a lot of your questions about us as prefect candidates. And well, if you want to make the difference with me, if you want us to make the difference, vote for me this Friday, October 3rd, for prefect. Thank you.
And Manuela, your final thoughts for the audience?
Thank you for being here and watching, and I hope that you like it. And all of the proposals that I bring to you, I will make it happen. So I hope that you vote for me. Thank you.
Thank you to our candidates for their thoughtful contributions and for the courage it takes to stand here and share your vision with the community. Today, we witnessed not only a debate, but also an example of respect, dialogue, and leadership in action. To our students, remember that this process is about more than just choosing a representative. It is about practicing democracy, making your voice heard, and reflecting on the kind of leadership you want to see at CBM. We now encourage you to think carefully about what you heard today. Consider the ideas, the values, and the spirit of service of each candidate. Your vote is your voice, and it is a powerful responsibility. On behalf of the entire school community, I thank you for joining us today. For this important event, we also thank the communications team. Together we continue to build a school where leadership is not only a title, but a call to serve others. Thank you, and may the best candidate be chosen to lead as our next prefect. Thank you very much, and have a wonderful rest of your day.